Police have targeted illegal gambling machines in an effort to clean up several area neighborhoods.
Local firefighters celebrate new equipment with an old tradition, and job seekers are getting a chance to meet with potential employers.
It is going to be hot. It is going to be dry with no rain in sight. That's the forecast for the rest of the work week across East Alabama. The complete forecast is coming up.
Coming up in sports, the Choccolocco Monsters brought home a championship this past weekend, and we have a couple other stories as well as EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
The Gadsden Police Department's Street Crimes Unit resumed Operation Jackpot last week by seizing illegal gambling machines from service stations across the city. Department officials say that 15 machines were taken from 6 locations, and they recovered about $10,000 and a vehicle. Sergeant Jacob Endricken of the SCU says his department will continue this operation as long as necessary, and he promised that illegal gambling will no longer be tolerated in Gadsden. Operation Jackpot was launched in response to numerous complaints from citizens about illegal activities in their neighborhoods. The SCU was formed to target those specific complaints, to provide a focused effort to make the community safer, and to aid with Mayor Craig Ford's initiative to clean up Gadsden.
Anniston firefighters last week held a traditional push-in ceremony at the fire station number 1 for the city's newest fire truck. The tradition dates back to the 17th century when early fire engines were pushed back into the station by hand. The ceremonies continued even as departments added horse-drawn steam engines and later motorized engines. While today's fire trucks are way too large and heavy to be pushed in by hand, firefighters continue to honor the tradition by having crew members push alongside the truck as it rolls into the bay. Anniston Fire Chief Jeff Waltrip says the push-in ceremony is not about the truck, but about the city's commitment to its firefighters. The truck itself features lettering on the front doors that come from an Anniston Fire Department 1903 parade uniform. When we come back, job seekers will get a chance to apply for new jobs next week.
To freshness at WM. Celebrate the season with our bountiful selection of farm fresh produce. From juicy berries to crisp greens, taste the flavors of spring at WM. Visit us today and let the freshness bloom in every bite. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waltrip Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Dozens of East Alabama businesses, industries, and agencies will hold a job and resource fair next week for area residents looking for a job. The program is being coordinated by the Calhoun County Department of Human Resources, a Reset program. The fair will be held next Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Calhoun County DHR office. That's located at 415 West 11th Street in Anniston. Numerous employers and resource providers are scheduled to attend.
Volunteers and other members of the local community who help in the management of the Talladega National Forest will be honored this Wednesday. It's the USDA Forest Service's Appreciation Day for its helpers in the Talladega and Shoal Creek districts. Those being honored include volunteers, partners with the local Forest Service, and those who host campgrounds. Appreciation Day will take place Wednesday morning from 9 to 11:30 at the Forest Service's Shoal Creek Ranger District office. That's in Alabama 281 in Heflin.
When we return, more fishing clinics are planned for area youth later this month.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waltrip Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waltrip metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waltrip's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waltrip buildings are guaranteed because Waltrip manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waltrip Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
On Sunday, local vendors put a back-to-school bash for the community together. There were over 100 backpacks filled with school supplies provided by Juanica Hendricks Palmer.
We're here doing a back-to-school giveaway. We got 110 book bags, ice cream, food, got everything you need. We're here at 309 South Quinton. So they're here doing giving back to school.
Jermaine Cut God Sims provided the free haircuts along with others. Destiny Gray provided the Kitty Yakmobile drink bar for all the kids.
Guys, we're down here at Cut God's Cups, giving back to the community down here in South Afghanistan. We just wanted to give back to the kids. We're having a giveaway. We had over 110 book bags to give away. We had Kitty Yak, which is my business, under Boyak Mobile Bar, giving away kitty drinks and just little snacks back to the kids.
And young girls were getting free manicures. Whit's Kid Zone provided a water slide for the event, and Bell's Barbecue food truck was also a part of these festivities. And to top it all off, Jace and his family from Jace's Lemonade Stand have spent all summer long raising money for area kids to have a fun-filled day before school starts back.
The Coosa Riverkeeper organization will host 2 free fishing clinics at Lincoln's Landing on Saturday, August 16th. Kids who attend will receive take-home starter kits to begin their journey as anglers of the Coosa River. The clinics will begin at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Pre-registration is recommended, and more information is available on the Coosa Riverkeeper website.
So school's starting back, but it doesn't feel like fall yet, does it?
No, it feels like poolside weather.
Exactly right. And the kids will be stuck indoors, but they'll be learning something.
Absolutely.
We hope.
Yeah, let's learn a little bit more about the weather today. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us about this heat. John?
Well, if anything, Mike and Katie, the heat is going to continue across East Alabama. The heat builds all week long. We're going to talk about a very hot and a very dry forecast next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
3 degrees, that is the difference in our average high and what we actually achieved today, and our actual low as well. 71 our normal low, 74 for the high, 3 degrees above the average, 90 for the normal high, 93 for the actual high today. Again, 3 degrees above the average. Record high temperature 101, the record low 56. Our sun setting now at 7:39 as we continue to shorten those days. And look at that, the sunrise tomorrow morning now at 6 a.m. Weather on your street on a Monday night, Brighton Avenue in North Anniston. When we say a tiny rain chance, we mean less than 10%, maybe even less than 5%. There are a few specks on the radar out there late this afternoon and early this evening, but the chance of any one location seeing a shower or a thunder shower today and tonight is very, very small. Again, less than 10%. The low tonight at 73. Coming up tomorrow, take rain out of the forecast, and the heat is cranking up on Pilgrims Rest Road in Southside in Etowah County. Plenty of sunshine, no rain in the forecast. 95 for the high tomorrow and for the rest of the work week, and that includes beginning back to school for most folks on Wednesday and Thursday. Sunny, dry, and hot. Highway 275 is the bypass that goes around the north side of the city of Talladega. You're not going to bypass the heat. Temperatures in the 90s all week long in Talladega and all across East Alabama. Here's the 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama. You see a lot of zeros there. No chance of rain whatsoever in the forecast all week long. Temperatures 95, as we said, tomorrow. The hottest day will actually be the day that most folks are going back to school on Wednesday, 96 no chance of rain. Thursday, we've got some more schools that will start back on Thursday. Same forecast, dry, sunshine, no chance of rain, 94 for the high. The weekend, really kind of the same. The temperatures might back off a few degrees, 93 though. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no chance of rain. Nighttime lows in the low 70s. We're going to throw a small chance of rain in the forecast a week from now. I'm going to be honest with you folks. I'm not even confident that we're going to see a 30% chance of rain by Monday. We'll leave that in place. Basically, get ready for a very long stretch of dry and hot weather across East Alabama for the next 6 to 7 days. And let's talk about the tropics. We're, of course, talking about what is now Tropical Storm Debbie. This was at one time Hurricane Debbie that came into the Big Bend area of Florida. Tons of rainfall down here. That has been the big story in North Florida, South Georgia, now stretching into South Carolina. Zero effect for us here in Alabama at all. All the action over here in Georgia and the Carolinas, especially off the coast of Savannah and Charleston, lots of rain. We're talking about feet of rain coming to these areas from what is left of Tropical Storm Debbie over the next 2 to 3 days across East Alabama. No effects for us here in East Alabama or the entire state of Alabama for that matter. I'll be back here tomorrow morning with your Tuesday Day at a Glance, bright and early at 6 a.m. And then join us right back here tomorrow night for EAN Local News. We'll have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama for the rest of the work week. Namath Pitts is coming up. He's going to talk about more champions here in Calhoun County. We're talking about the Monsters. Namath?
Thanks, John. The Choccolocco Monsters returned back to Oxford this summer, and things could not have gone any better for the Choccolocco Monsters. The Choccolocco Monsters won the Sun Belt League Championship Series after sweeping the Atlanta Crackers in 2 games. The Choccolocco Monsters lost Hayes Harrison for the second game of the championship series, but that did not affect them. The Choccolocco Monsters pitched 4 pitchers in Game 2 of the championship series and dominated with an 8-1 win. The Choccolocco Monsters returned to Oxford this season after spending last season in Columbus, Georgia. Robbie Brooks did a great job at taking over the Choccolocco Monsters program and hiring Coach Ricky Clayton as his field manager. It was the next man up mentality that was the DNA of the Choccolocco Monsters this season. During the season, the Monsters lost Rashad Robinson, Cole Tremaine, Dawson Campbell, Andrew Allen, Trey Higgins, and Hayes Harrison for the final game. But that did not stop them from bringing home a championship. Congratulations to the Choccolocco Monsters on winning the Sun Belt League Championship. Sardis lost to Alexandria in the state quarterfinals last season after making the championship game the year before. They will have a new head baseball coach this year after Coach Vincent has left for Southside. After spending 16 years as an assistant and head baseball coach at Gadsden City High School, Scott Brackett is moving to Sand Mountain to coach at Sardis. He was recently appointed as the head baseball coach and career prep teacher at Sardis High School during a meeting at the Etowah County Schools Board of Education. Scott Brackett replaces Kevin Vinson, who resigned in July to become an assistant baseball coach at Southside High School, his alma mater. Under Vinson, the program reached the state playoffs every year for 7 years. In 2024, the Sardis Lions had a 22-13 record, won their 4th consecutive area title, their 3rd consecutive Etowah County championship, and reached the quarterfinals where they lost to eventual 5A state champions Alexandria. In 2023, the team finished 30-8 and were the Class 5A state runner-ups. Back in 2022, they had a 20-12 record. Before his tenure at Gadsden City, Coach Scott Brackett taught and coached baseball at Oxford High School for 3 years and at Columbus, Georgia High School for 2 years. Alabama had the opportunity to host one of the biggest off-season wrestling tournaments in Birmingham this past weekend. Calhoun County was well represented. The BJCC hosted the Deep South Duels tournament this past weekend that featured teams from Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida, and Pennsylvania. Hayden Heiss from Weaver High School represented Weaver in the state of Alabama in a strong way as he reached All-American status. Hayden Heiss went 5-0 over the weekend. He is still young, but he already reached the podium in Huntsville this past season and is looking to finish even better this upcoming winter. Congratulations to Hayden Heiss on All-American status, and congratulations on a great weekend at the Deep South Duels. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for that update, Namath, and thank you for watching us today. You'll find us here every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube and right here on our website.
Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.